I pulled up to PFS. Oh man, the home away from home. Feels like I'm coming back from college to come visit the parents. And what up, world? Welcome back to the episode, yes, of Skinny's World. We have a fun, an epic, and kind of a throwback style video for you guys today. Right now, I'm obviously at PFS, as I mentioned. I'm meeting up with my boy Jason, and we're gonna head to an event that I started going to when I first got a supercar, which is in relation, obviously, to this video, right? But obviously one of the events where I really started meeting a lot of my friends, my core car friends now that I have, which is the Lamborghini Newport Beach Cars and Coffee event they have going on. So let me park. We'll talk more about that and more about this video in a second, man, because I just got to make sure I don't hit no curbs because that would not be too, is that kosher, friendly, nice, proper, the right thing to do. This car is, and I'm so proud of my boy Jason for getting this car. So man, we're gonna head over to Lamborghini Newport Beach right now. We'll start this conversation about, man, there's a lot of full circle things, moments in this vlog. Like one, me, my supercars, PFS, in relation to Jason and the boys over at DDE. And it all honestly started with Lamborghini Newport Beach in a sense. So we're gonna head over there. We'll kind of narrate and talk about that story. And then obviously tied into supercar ownership, because Jason's actually owned and co-owned a few supercars, and he can give us a good insight on what it's like to own a supercar, along with myself and my boy Ryan Edge. And with Ryan, specifically to the McLaren. Another topic of discussion. It's such a great example of getting a great car that's not crazy money, really making it your own, and it looks like it costs $300K and sounds amazing, and it's manual. Look at this thing. So Lamborghini Newport Beach, even though it's in Irvine right now, still Lamborghini Newport Beach. Back in the day, man, like when I got my first gen R8, like obviously you guys know my story. My goal was to get a supercar. Wasn't gonna be a Gallardo, ended up getting that first gen R8. When I really started getting into like the car scene, if you want to call it, dude, the old location down in Newport Beach of Lamborghini, they had a show called Supercar OC, right? So all the supercars would come out, and that was honestly where, like, whether you had a supercar or not, everyone came out that Saturday, everyone. And the location was like probably even like 15 to 20% the size of this place. It wasn't very big, so you crammed in so many enthusiasts into one spot, and that show was the mecca. It's crazy because that's the first place I actually met Jason. Hilarious. Like, I actually met Jason before I met Damon. But I remember, like, I knew he worked at PFS. I saw the car they're driving. PFS had a 570 that they had. I was like their shop car. I saw the car, saw the wrap. I'm like, hey, do you have a wrap shop yet? Long story short, we started connecting on, I want to get a wrap on my car. So I met Jason there, and I met so many other people there. So a lot of my really close car friends, right? All of them I met at that Lamborghini Newport Beach, that first location at that Supercar OC. And let's fast forward. So long story short, that event got so big that it actually got shut down, not just by the authorities, but also by people in the neighborhood, because it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was huge. And they just couldn't hold everybody. They could not. And normally we would say in the car community, oh, that's messed up, they're shutting down all of our stuff, but realistically, they outgrew it. It was just massive. So they ended up acquiring this location here, which is like 7 times the size of that other location. Obviously expanding Lamborghini into McLaren and Bugatti as well, right? So this space can hold everybody. So this is the first event for 2026. Now they've had a few in the past, right, in 2024, 2025, but not titling it their Supercar OC show that they did back in the day. So it's so awesome they're bringing this thing back. And it's raining. It rained yesterday, and it's gonna rain today, and people are still showing up. If you don't know, out here in the car scene, man, it's like the motorcycle scene. People don't like coming out in the rain necessarily, especially in California. It only rains like 5 times a year here. So when it rains, we melt. You guys understand what I'm saying. If you're from Cali, it is what it is. And this is Reminiscing, which is pretty dope. Just kind of rewinding it back, rolling in here with Jason, and now having like, I remember thinking back then, like, I can't wait till I have like my Lamborghini and I can drive it into the Lamborghini Supercar show and park it inside. Because when I had my R8, they used to park me in the back. I'm not gonna lie, I'd pull in and I literally parked, like they had all the main parking here for a lot of the Lamborghinis, and if you had like a crazy Ferrari, right? Anything else, I was like, it's a Supercar, but I mean, let's be honest, our first gen R8 back then wasn't like the top of everyone's list. You had to park like in the back. So, but that's okay. I still got it in the show. Now to be full circle and have like my Lamborghini in the show, and now I'm parking up front next to the Temerario, as you guys can see up there. Like, holy crap, it's full circle, man. I know I'm kind of throwing it back, reminiscing, but now let's go talk to Jason, because one thing about Jason is he has owned and co-owned, which I'll kind of explain what that is later, a few supercars, man. A lot of you always ask me, Skinny, what's it like owning a supercar? Like, what's the maintenance like? Is it crazy? Is it hard? Is it scary? I mean, I'm gonna say yes, all the above and no. So we'll talk to Jason to kind of get his perspective. That's a crazy kick. Hey, you saw there was some special calibers in there, huh?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
From
You found that
driver.
From your daily driver. If you guys want to know what his daily driver is, it is none other than, it's a Tesla. This kit car, that's how you know it's a kit car when you have Tesla calibers. That's kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. It is really nuts.
It's lower than the Aston. My car's pretty close to that, but that thing takes.
Hey, your car is dumb. I noticed that on the way over here. I thought my car was low, and I was like, how? Do you scrape at all?
With static coilovers on there, I think the front's like this.
Yeah, dude, it is low, and it sounds really good, by the way. Your new livery is sick.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're always the all black man, but like, the little hint of what's it, highlighter green, what you want to call it? It's sick.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
It's dope. So I was telling the audience how, when I had my first gen R8, I met you at the old location of this place, but it's kind of crazy.
Yep. Yeah,
it's kind of like
R8.
It's kind of full circle.
Absolutely.
So also talking about like supercar ownership, because all these guys always ask like, what's it like to own a supercar? And you've owned and like co-owned a few supercars, specifically McLarens. You guys had that shop 570, right?
Yeah, we had the shop 570.
Yes.
So former owner had that car. I drove it a lot.
Yeah.
I can't claim to own it.
I say co-owned because you drove the crap out of that
it's
car.
It's close enough, right? That's what's cool to me. I don't have the ego to say I own a McLaren because I get to drive one.
It's me saying it because you drove it all the time, dude.
Thanks. I know, that was a fun car.
Like, because of that car is why I talked to you about getting a wrap on the first gen R8 deliver on there, which was nuts.
Yeah.
And then, you drove that thing everywhere.
I love that McLaren.
So for you guys, I mean, you told me privately that car is actually really reliable.
Very reliable. I think that car, and that was serviced actually here at McLaren Newport Beach. We did like oil change, brake pads, and maintained like normal service, and nothing crazy. 25,000 miles on it.
I was gonna ask how many miles on the guys were.
25,000. Dave drove it. David drove it. Strat drove it.
Yeah.
Parker drove it. Everybody drove it.
Everybody drove that thing. Crazy.
And that was the beginning of the car shooting flames.
And you guys, I feel like, well, at least from what I saw, you're the first ones to have that Vorsteiner like chassis mounted wing on the back, because no one really did that until you guys did it.
That was the original demo car for Peter Vorsteiner.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love that car.
Yeah, that like the rustic, like torn down Marlboro looking like
weather livery.
Sick. Weather livery. I think it was sick.
That was the iconic year, 2019, 2019. It had the brand new VF tune on it, True Flames. The Weather Marlboro livery on it. Yeah. That was for me the beginning of PFS and starting to get into the supercar era.
Yeah.
And a McLaren 570 is on my list outside of Aston Martin. I would absolutely love a 570 or a 600 LT one day.
Yeah, I'm with you on both those cars.
I love those cars.
Both those cars. Okay, you've driven that one. I'm gonna say Cone. I'm saying it. And then, but you did own is your first gen R8.
That was first gen R8 is technically the first and only real like supercar. Mid-engine car, right?
Yes.
So that car I got after you sold yours. You had your Gen
right
2.
after. Yep.
So that was, it was an 09 V8 R-Tronics. It was a paddle single clutch, and I had that car for a very short amount of time, a year and a half, and that was during COVID. So that car did not get out much.
Yeah. All the events like shut down.
Yeah.
I know you and I did a few private drives. I think a few RA drives that were crazy.
They were huge.
Crazy.
50 to 60
Yeah.
R8s. The RA owners show up.
They do.
Rain or shine, like we filled the PFS parking lot. And I still remember the overhead shot.
It was sick.
Like the 2 car lanes.
Oh, talking about that drone shot? Yeah, it was sick.
It was really cool.
But that car was really reliable.
Great car.
And your tune you had on there, I was so jealous because the tune you had on his was better than my second gen.
That's right.
It was so aggressive.
Gen 2 R8, I had the Gen 1, and I did the GT3 single exit, center exit exhaust.
Yeah.
And that thing was a beast.
Yes. But ownership-wise, like, okay, for these guys, for me, my R8, both of them, was oil change and tires. Literally, like, it wasn't that hard of an ownership when it comes to it. For you, how was it for you?
Great.
Same thing?
I got that car, so I bought it 2020. I flew up to San Francisco, bought it for $57,000.
Oh, I did not know that.
$57,000.
Wow.
I think it had 38,000 miles on it.
Okay.
Drove it down. I immediately did the single exit exhaust, got rid of the license plate.
Remember that, yeah.
GT3 kit, wrapped it, and then I probably put 10,000 miles on it.
Crazy.
And then
in a year.
In a year.
Dang.
Exhaust, VF tune, oil changes, that was it. And then I got in and out of that car and made 10 grand on it because the car market took off.
Yeah, it did.
So for me, that's always the end for me, is you buy low and sell high on these
What's
cars.
ironic is my first Gen R8, I made out on it too. So I bought it. The person who had it before just wanted to get rid of it. He only had it for 6 months, doesn't drive in it. I don't think he knew what he had. I got mine for 60.
Nice.
This was probably, God, what year is it? It was probably 2 years before you got yours. And it was going for the market for almost 75, 80.
Yeah.
So when I got rid of mine, it was probably worth about, I'll say, high 60s.
Yeah.
But I bought it for 60. So I made like 8 or 9 grand on mine. That's what helped me get on my second Gen R8. That's all that money for down payment.
Cycle through the cars, man.
Overall, supercar ownership is not that bad for the type of cars that we get.
Yeah, you got to know what you're buying. You got to do your research. The biggest thing for me is doing research on the car.
Yes.
And that's part of the fun.
Yes. It is part of the fun. So let's go to the Aston thing, because I know they've probably seen, obviously, the DD videos, but dude, you got that car. It's manual.
Yeah.
Really freaking cheap. Like for what you get in the car, you get a lot for that price point. But then you flipped it and made it looks like a brand new car.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't know anything about that car, I would think it's like a 2021.
That's the
literally
goal. That's the goal. I mean, we went through and did the full build with DDE. It's been a year now, and then since then we did the fresh look with Expel satin black PPF, and then just did the refresh on the AMR livery, just kind of like spice it up
and
a bit.
It looks brand freaking new.
Yeah.
So for me and with Jason, my biggest thing, I'm like him. I do the research.
Yeah.
Find a car really cheap that I can afford. Then you just flip it and make it look like it's brand freaking new.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's dialed in. So
it's dialed.
This is 2026. That car will probably go for sale soon.
No way! God, you don't keep them long, dude.
Yeah. Year and a half,
my God.
Year and a half is usually the time span on.
Dude, the only commitment you have is with your wife and your kids.
Yeah. That thing's a lot of car food money, though.
It is.
So eventually when that goes up, someone's going to get a steal.
Well, damn, I might buy that thing. I'm not going to lie. Manual? I'm not going to lie.
Manual?
I'm scared to ask you what's next, then. Is there anything that you're going to chill for a while?
Oh, you already know it. Brand, I'm sticking.
Okay, I already know. I know where he's going. You guys can find LA where I know what you're going with. That's cool, man. We're going down memory lane. All right, we're going to meet Ryan Edge. His McLaren experience is not like yours.
No.
His is a little different. They just wrapped his car, and I know it wasn't fun.
That wasn't fun, but it goes on theme to his crazy tune.
It does.
1,000 horsepower.
And his crazy face. Just saying. It's true.
You don't love the guy.
You don't have to comment, but I will.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ryan Edge is here. He got a new, I won't say livery, but a new look on the 600. That looks clean. That is your adult look. That is very different than what I'm used to you getting. You guys want to see this? It looks really sick. Damn, dude. That is way different than what you normally get. Like your last wrap was extremely crazy, and your last one before that was bright, but I like this, man.
Subtle.
You are adulting. Look at you, man.
On my way to 40.
On your way. Hey, welcome to the club, man. Dude, and the tint on the front, that hit. All right, so I had a little reminiscent conversation with Jason earlier. What's it like to own a supercar? Because all the audience always ask me and ask people like, what's it like owning a supercar? Depends on what kind of car you got. So for me and Jason, we've been fortunate to get cars that are reliable, if you want to call it. Because like my first Gen R8, second Gen R8, oil change and tires, I'm good. The Huracan, same thing, oil change and tires, good. My friend, I've had
a nightmare.
A run-in with different cars, man.
Yeah.
And not just the McLaren you guys probably thinking, not just 600 LT. You've had a few how many supercars have you had?
Ferrari, the Huracan, the McLaren, and then Rolls is luxury.
That's luxury.
But it's been a nightmare.
Still high end though. So you've had 4 like high end vehicles.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, let's start with, was the Ferrari your first supercar you got or no? What was the first one? This one was.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll come back to this one. This one has a crazy story. So the Ferrari, you had the FF, right?
Yeah.
Which is dope. Which is actually a car I was looking at getting, and you talked me out of getting it.
Well, because the transmission issues. Yeah.
Transmission issues. So what was it with that car that had? Isn't it like a sensor you said that goes out?
Yeah,
Something
inside
like
the
that?
transmission. Yeah, I spent a lot fixing it, like 27,000.
Because it's getting to the sensor that costs so much
You have
money.
to take the whole. Yeah, you have to drop down the whole subframe and the whole.
Whoa.
It's straight. Like you have to drop everything. The whole suspension has to come down the back.
The whole suspension has to come down just to get a sensor
Well, you got to pull the transmission down,
for a sensor.
and then you got to rebuild the transmission.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
for a
3 months.
sensor.
3 months it was down, and then I spent that.
Whoa.
Besides that car's good.
But once you replace it, is it good after that? Or do they
Yeah,
just
it
go out?
fell
They go
again.
out. What? The Huracan we know was reliable, was great. Didn't really have any issues with that. Now, okay, now let's get to this baby. Okay, we know you rebuilt the engine, but the reason why I rebuilt is because the other one blew.
Yeah.
What went out on the other one? What was it specifically that went out?
On the engine.
Was it the rods
the
that
rod,
blew?
yeah.
That's typical. So all McLarens, they're known for having like weak
They bend.
rods. They bend.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it was sat for 2 years. That's nuts.
$300 a month for 22 months.
Oh my gosh. So you're spending $3,300 for it to sit there? Holy crap. How much was it to labor and everything to fix it? Was it 35, 30?
50,000. Yeah.
Damn. All right. So rebuild the engine, 50,000. Now the car has how much horsepower?
It makes like 900 wheel.
900 wheel. Okay. So like we'll say 1,200 horsepower.
It's probably like 1,100.
1100.
horsepower,
Okay.
yeah.
But to the wheel, 900, which
Yeah.
is really, if you guys see my video with him, it's extremely fast. It's crazy. So then you do that, and then another issue, transmission.
Yeah.
So the car has been down now for another 2 months recently.
A month. Yeah.
A month?
Transmission's not that big of a deal. It's the
Oh my gosh.
just the money that you have to spend. They would try to say 50,000 without labor
For here to
Yeah.
fix this?
to get a new one in.
Holy crap.
So add another like 10, 15 for labor.
So it would have been like 65 G's. Holy crap. So you found another, so you found one secondhand market used one? And how much was it, the one you did find that was slightly used and had to install a different shop?
Everything's like 16,000.
Oh, from 65 to 16? That is a big difference. Good for you for waiting and
Yeah.
finding a better price. That's nuts.
Now we just have to wait for whatever's gonna break next.
Now,
Just
whatever's
found
gonna
out my car
So McLaren ownership, we talked about it in the beginning of the video. It could be a little different. Now, Jason and the team over at PFS had a different experience in the 570. They drove it a lot. Ryan does drive his car a lot, but it's heavily modified, right? So after you rebuilt the engine, it's heavily modified. Transmission went out, makes a lot of power. So you kind of get two different perspectives what you can do specifically with the McLaren. They had a PFS on their 570 had a VF tune, which is very safe, doesn't push a lot of power, but gives you some bangs and pops that you want, gives you the sound that you want, and it gives you a little bit of that torque that you want without going overboard. But if you want to go full like race car beams like Ryan, like you're gonna play that game a little bit to where things could go wrong or they could not go wrong. But guess what? He shoots some crazy flames at the back. It's really exciting, but there's a risk to everything. A regular supercar ownership, depending on what kind of car you guys, it is not that bad. And I say that bad because yes, it's still expensive, right? Besides the payment, besides insurance, right? You talk about like maintenance-wise, oil change in the Huracan is, I think it's around 750 to almost 800 now. It used to be close to 5. As the years have gone on, the price has gone up, right? With cost of goods and stuff. So McLaren, I know I've touched this tab a few times before, like my second supercar I want to get. Yes, I still do want to get a JDM, right? I do want to get a cheaper car to build on, but when I am ready to get my actual next supercar, I'm still stuck on a 570. I love those cars, man. They're amazing cars. They're great because right now they're so cheap on the market. And a simple tune, downpipe exhaust, you get the flames. Now I wouldn't do a crazy tune like Ryan because I don't want to blow anything up. I don't want to bend any rods. Now you could do a rod upgrade. I know Alex over there at Gintani, they can do a rod upgrade. I think that's around 10 grand-ish, somewhere in there. And they make them obviously a lot stronger to where they won't break. So that's kind of an upgrade I probably would do, honestly, if I got a 570. So what's next, man? The Rose is gonna go away?
Yeah, get something else.
What do you guys think you should get? I think Ryan should get an F12. I'm throwing that in the bag. All in all, McLaren ownership, man, how would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Like 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. How do you rate it?
On what, fun or in hassle?
Man, it's all the above. It's fun, it's hassle, everything. 1 to 10 being the greatest.
I mean, 10 out of fun, but 1 out of the hassle, dude. It's a nightmare. Like, I'm so stuck with this.
But are you only keeping it because of how much you invested in it?
Yeah.
Or are you keeping it because you love it?
Well, yeah, I have so much money that I can't go back.
So if you take out the engine rebuild, you'd get rid of this car.
Well, the transmission and fixing everything else.
Take those 2 out of it. If it was just regular
stock.
Yeah, would you get rid of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Before we head out though, how sick is this Temerario in this yellow color? It looks crazy. In my last video over at South Coast OC at the Cars and Coffee, I talked about how when the launch color of this car came out at Quail, it did not do it justice with that army metallic green with that like brownish interior. Why did they not have this car for like a launch color? I don't know. This thing looks insane. Dude, what do you think about this yellow on this car? I think it makes the car look way better than that launch green. You're a hater on this car, aren't you? Are you not a fan because it's going to kill McLaren?
I like the carbon.
You're not a fan because it's going to kill McLaren,
I don't know if it's going to kill McLaren.
It's going to kill McLaren, bro. It's going to kill McLaren, baby. It is. Talking to the team here, and when they're driving it, they said it shoots natural flame.
Yeah, but it's probably heavy.
On a stock exhaust and tune, it shoots flames already. That's kind of wild.
I mean, the technology is better than the McLaren, yeah.
It's going to be reliable, man.
Look, there's a camera right here.
How can you hate on this car when you just said you would turn your car in if it wasn't for your investment? If it wasn't for your transmission and the engine, you would get rid of that thing. How are you still going to hate on this car? Come on, man. See, that's the crazy girlfriend you can't get rid of, bro. It is.
I'm stuck.
It is. You talk crap to the homies like, oh man, she breaks my heart, but you still don't want to let her go. Oh man. Oh man.
This car not gonna work.
Damn, we literally just talked about how he gets cheap, reliable cars and it's not starting. Almost. Dude, the battery is dead.
Sucks.
Hey. Talked about reliable cars. Jason just doesn't drive this that much. Lately he's been so busy at work. So that's why the battery is just a little dead. Oh my gosh. Dang! We are on our way to John Wayne Airport. Dang, that car's crazy. To pick up Dave, he's actually landing right now. Man, you look scary in there, man. Dang! Either they were happy because they honked or they were really upset because they honked. I would take option number 2. Oh my gosh, that car. That is what is the greatest thing about the Senna is you have the little mirror down here. We are at Yost, guys. Before we wrap up this video, I want to continue this conversation about the McLaren. I finally got to ride in Ryan's car. Put that clip right here. Right away, you feel a big difference. It's smooth. He's not even getting on it. We're actually doing the speed limit. Yeah, that feels great. What, yeah, is it mapped out or not mapped yet?
No, it's 2. I'm just driving slow.
You on map 1, chill mode?
No, this is the fastest map.
Shut up, and is that smooth?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm actually thoroughly impressed. Holy crap. Yeah, this car, oh, damn, this car is freaking fast, bro. Oh my god. Woo! Yo, dang. Yeah, I get why you'll never get rid of this car. Holy smokes. There's no way you can.
It's so
dude.
easy to go fast.
Oh my gosh.
Not even pushing it.
I love this thing. Wow. 600 is, I think, is the best McLaren driving wise, 100%. Oh my god. All right, we're gonna end this video on, dude, here's another 600. It almost matches your wrap. I actually like your wrap better. No shade, whoever's car this is, because I like the lighter gray.
This is paint.
Looks hard. This is actual factory paint. But this whole video was about McLaren's ownership. Is it a great car to own? I remember, if you guys rewind this video back, you hear me saying that 600 LTs are known to be the best McLarens to own. For some reason, they are. They last, they drive great, flames out the back, they're sick. But this one took a dump too. Oil pump went out and caused the engine to freaking just kaput. So maybe they're not the greatest car to own. I was trying to go, yeah, it's the greatest car to own if you get a 600 and they're fun, they're crazy, but I think McLaren ownership might not be in the cards for me, man.
Dude, it's fun, but it's also a nightmare.
Fun and also a nightmare for sure, and the bill is like crazy. I think you were telling me in the car earlier, right? Like if you have a McLaren, or before you buy one, you have to expect to pay a few thousand.
Keep 50 grand just in case.
50 grand just in case. Holy crap. What fell on your car for the engine to blow? Do you even know? Like what?
It was overheating, and then I just kept driving, and I put water in it, and I was like, oh, then it would lower, right? It'd be like back to normal. And then all of a sudden, it'd start climbing again. And then I was like, damn, this is not right. I kept driving. We were on like a rally to, it was like up north to Pismo Beach. And then it'd go back normal. And then I was like, then all of a sudden it went all the way up, and I couldn't get it back down. And then what I did was he heated everything up, bent a rod, and then overheated.
Rod.
So
the good old rod.
Yeah, I didn't throw a rod, but
I think to sum up this video, I mean, if you get a McLaren, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Dude, sick cars though. Your car drives.
they drive so
immaculate.
nice.
It's so fun. I'm not gonna lie. All the sounds, the bangs, the swooshes, the feel of it. Driving experience, one of the best cars I've ever been in. Literally, hands down, has always been a McLaren. It has. They're sick. But you just gotta be ready for all the. I think you're right. 50K. Will do you justice.
Car, get an R8 or a Huracan, but you're not gonna get any speed with that.
What a mother. Stay tuned for the next video because it's time to say goodbye to the Huracan. That is the next video. You're not going to miss that. Trust me. Skitties, what?